Hi, I'm Sharon Bill. Welcome to my Theory Tuition series where I'm working with you step by step through the ABRSM Theory Grades. Once you've completed your music theory and practice workbook, past exam papers are an excellent revision resource. I've worked with you through 2014 to 2018 past papers, and now I'm thrilled to be able to bring 2019 to that collection. I've lots of resources available to help you on my website. If you go to sharonbill.com, you'll find some free PDF information sheets which you can download in US letter or A4, and they accompany each step of this series. You'll find a page there with links to all of my YouTube video tutorials, and you can also find out about the books that I have available. I've written an exam technique guide, how to take your ABRSM Music Theory Exam. It's full of tips and techniques on how to best be prepared for your exam and also how to make the best use of your time come exam day. So if you visit sharonbill.com, you'll find it's all there. If you can give me a like, that would be super, and please do subscribe to my channel and share out the videos. And now we're going to make a start on the 2019 Grade 2 Practice Paper A. So if you turn with me to page 3, we can make a start on this. I do suggest you have a go of this on your own first of all. It's always better to learn by your mistakes and then re-access into the video and we can check it through together. And so I'm going to work through these with you now. So the first question asks us to add time signatures to 5 melodies. So we have 5 separate melodies here, so we're going to need 5 different time signatures, and the first job is to decide what unit beat we're counting in, what's our bottom number going to be. And here I think this is the easiest bar to show us, and you can see we're counting in crotchet beats or quarter notes, so our bottom number 4 is the best choice, and we have 1 beat, 2 halves make another, so we have 2/4. And so that's the choice for that. Now the next one we can see isn't going to work in crotchet beats because we would have 1 1/2, nor is it going to work in minim beats, half notes, because that isn't quite enough. We're going to have to count this in quaver beats. We have 1, 2, 3 quaver beats. So 3/8. By all means check in the next bar. We can see that 2 semiquavers, 2 16th notes gives us 1 quaver beat, and then a crotchet beat divides into 2. So we have 1, 2, 3 quaver beats, 3/8 notes. Let's look at the next one. So I think this is perhaps the easiest bar to figure the time signature out. So it looks like it's evenly spaced, so we could count it in crotchet. So let's try that, counting in quarter notes. And so a minim divides into 2 crotchets, 2 quarter notes, and then we have 2 quaver beats which give us a crotchet, and then we have a half a beat here and 2 quarters, that gives us another crotchet. Now if maths isn't your strong subject like me, I find it easier to just visualize these. And so if you imagine there's your crotchet beat divided into quarters, so they would be your semiquavers, your 16th notes. We have half a beat here, and then we have 2 quarters, and that's our beat complete. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4/4. There are a couple of other options, but we'll come to that in a moment. Let's do this bar. Let's make best use of this paper to get the most revision we can, and don't let a triplet throw you. Remember, a triplet just means 3 in the time of 2. So all we're counting is 2 semiquavers, 2 16th notes, which is the same as 1 quaver, 1/8 note. So we have 1 crotchet beat here, we have a half a beat here, a quaver's worth, because that's half as much again. Those 2 added together, the quaver and the triplet, give us another crochet beat. So we've got 1, 2, there's 1, there's 1, 4/4. So just use this to get the maximum help of revision. So we've got 4/4. You could put common time. Alternatively, you could also, that could also work 2/2 with the à la brève, kind of the split common time there. So any one of those will be accepted as a correct answer. Now let's look at the next one. So here if we're counting this in crotchet beats, it's going to be like a massively long bar, and it's not appropriate to do so. I think it's easiest to see straight away in this bar we're going to be counting in minim beats or half notes, so our bottom number is going to be 2. And so here we have a semibreve or a whole note which divides into 2 minims, 2 half notes. This and this, 2 crotchets give us a minim, 2 quarter notes give us a half note, and then we have 1 here. So 1, 2, 3, 4 over 2. Let's use this as a little bit of revision. So we have 2 minim beats here. There's another minim beat, and then half as much again. It works out as a crotchet or a quarter note, which combined with that one gives us another minim beat. So 1, 2, 3, 4 over 2 works. Let's have a look at this last bar. I think this is the easiest bar straight off. And we can see we're counting in crotchet beat groups, quarter note groups. So our bottom number is 4. So we have 1 beat here. We have a half and 2 quarters of a beat here, that's a beat, and there's another beat. And also you can see that the groupings, because the rules of beaming show us we're grouping in crotchet beats, so 1 beat, 2 beats, 3 beats. Let's look at this bar here. So we have a 1 beat, and then half as much again as your dot, that's a half of a beat, so that's like a quaver's worth, an 1/8 note's worth, which combined with this quaver will give you your crotchet beat, and then a half and 2 quarters gives us another crotchet beat. So we have 1, 2, 3, so 3 over 4 works there. That's a bit high up, shall I just 3 over 4, that's it. There we go. So let's press on to the next question. So now we need to rewrite this melody correctly, beaming or grouping the notes correctly. And I know that a lot of people find this difficult, but if you do your thinking beforehand, it's not actually that tricky. Don't get scribbling with your notes straight away, just think what you're going to do first. And we're always reflecting this unit beat, so we're counting quarter notes or crotchet beats, and so we need to show where each new beat starts, and that will be reflected in the way we beam and group the notes. So there's 1 beat, so that's done. So we know that 4 quarters of a beat give us a crotchet beat, so they're going to have to be joined together. 2 halves give us a crotchet beat, so we can see there's beat 1, there's beat 2, there's beat 3. That's how we're going to beam the notes. So here's beat 1, that stays as it is, obviously we don't beam those. Now 3 in the time of 2 quavers, 2 1/8 notes give us a full beat, so that's that's beat 2, there's beat 3. So here we know that a half and 2 quarters, again if you want to just work out the maths, a half and 2 quarters give us a beat, that's a crotchet beat. We're always reflecting this quarter note beat. Now here, let's do that again. We have a half a beat. The dot gives us half as much again, so that's a quarter of a beat. And there's another quarter of a beat, so there's our next quarter note crotchet beat. Beat 1, beat 2, beat 3. And that's all the hard thinking done. So we know that we're going to have to beam those, beam those, beam those, beam those, beam those. Just being careful to put the correct number of beams and stems, like kicks on the stem. So before I get carried away with that, I'm just going to put the blobs in the correct place, because let's get everything down before we have to do too much thinking in one go. It's better to take things a step at a time, and notice I'm keeping everything aligned so I don't get lost. I've got enough to be thinking about without wondering if I'm going to run out of space or forgetting which note I'm on. So I can easily keep track on where I'm supposed to be. And I'm not going to miss any notes that way. So we can have the dot there. So I'm just dividing things into manageable tasks instead of just jumping in and trying to go for it, and that's where mistakes happen. So now we can put the stems and do the final thinking. By all means, use a ruler, and I'm just showing we're having a slight incline here. So 2, that shows the semiquavers or 16th notes. And I'm just showing the direction as the stems go down. So these 3 will go together. And then don't forget to put the triplet sign there. And you can see how it makes it so much easier for the performer to see beat 1, beat 2, beat 3, beat 1, beat 2, beat 3. If you just take it in stages, it's easy peasy. Let's keep it neat and tidy. So then, that's a quaver, so that just has the 1, but then we need to put this to show the semiquaver, the 16th note. So that's that question completed. We'll look at the next question in the next video. I do hope this is helpful to you. I hope it's helping you with your studies. If you can give me a like, that would be really super, and please do subscribe to my channel to keep updated. Please also do visit sharonbill.com and make use of all of the resource and information that's available to help you there. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.